Leadership is not about titles, it's not about positions, it's not about flowcharts, it's not about your organogram. It is about one life influencing another. That's John C. Maxwell. I added my own there a little bit. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you are watching from. This is Professionals Daily Devotion with Olasunkanmi Opeifa. And as we continue our series on practical leadership, we're going to be looking at practical leadership today, leading without a title. Growing up, I had the privilege of leading a drama group inside a Christian club. And a time came, and there was no official leader. I was just leading, writing the script, gathering the people, just leading. There was a choir group also. I mean, different groups like that, but I was more in charge of the drama group. Nobody appointed me. I was just leading. So a time came in the club that the coordinator had to structure things, and then a leader was to be appointed. Everybody had thought that the person that had been leading will be the one. Suddenly, one of the members there was just selected to lead. And then, of course, you know how your followers will react, and I'll just we were able to calm that. And then I still continue as a dedicated member because I loved drama. I loved the drama. I mean, acting so well then. And I mean, somebody just took over the lead. But you know what? What I observed was that I was still leading even as just an ordinary member. All the people, members, still gravitated towards me, seeing me as their leader. Even the leader still depended on me to do a whole lot of other things. So I was just in the middle there, even though without a title, but I was leading. And for about 3 or 4 years that that club stayed, I mean, I was there. For the remaining part that I was there, we led very well, acted in different. For you to still be in the middle without a title and still lead. It is not about the title, but it is all about what the influence that you are making it there. When people hear about the word leader, they think of CEO, managers, principal, head of this, head of that. But check some of the very influential leaders in the world that we know: Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King. These people never really held any title, but they were able to influence things very well. Let me quickly see how I can go fast because we have a long framework to look at today. In the book by Simon Sinek, Leaders Eat Last, it talks about leadership being focusing on earning trust and serving others, not about power. Now, another book, The Leadership Challenge, is also there that leadership is all about one thing: credibility and not control. So, putting all this together now, you realize that it's all about, okay, there is a review here about business review study found out that employees who take on take on leadership behaviors like speaking up, problem solving, and supporting others are more likely to be promoted and have greater career satisfaction. I mean, if you are taking up responsibilities, you are, of course, and that's the reality. I mean, I was leading in a particular position recently, and I found a young man to have won several awards of the most supportive staff of the school. And when it was time, I mean, I just saw them, told them that, I mean, there's a space here for us to create a position, and the only person we could nominate was this person who has been supporting others, speaking up for others, and helping others, influencing things. So prepare yourself like that. So quickly want to look at impact as our framework to look at leading without the title. Impact, IMPACT. And quickly, first I there, if you want to lead without a title, I mean, nobody's adding anything to you, or you are just leading and influencing. The first thing is influence through your action. Leadership is earned, not given. What are you doing? Your work ethics, your character, your consistency, your punctuality. People don't follow titles, they follow results, and they follow trust. Show up prepared and dependable all the time. I mean, something happened. Let me quickly say this. When years back, the head of our board, secondary education board in the FCT, was approached by I think a media team that they needed to interview a teacher, and I instantly there, and the head called my principal straight and said, "Please tell Opeifa to get ready for an interview." I mean, I was already in school. They knew that I would dress exactly like this to school every day. And as soon as I appeared in front of the principal, I said, "Yes, you are ready for the work." And the crew came and I was interviewed. So show up prepared and dependable all the time. You are going to garner a lot of influence. Deliver results beyond expectation, okay? Deliver results, and they don't expect also any recognition for this. Demonstrate a high level of integrity. You see, people respect you, people respect those who are consistent and honest. Okay, quickly now, the M there: master the art of problem solving. Don't be a complainant in an organization. Be the one solving the problem instead of you as complaining about problem. Rather say, be the one fixing the problem. Complaining about problem is easy, fixing them is leadership. Okay, the best way to gain influence is by adding value. Okay, so identify a problem in your workplace today and then solve it. Approach your leader there and say, ma, sir, I think this has been the challenge we are having. I have done a little research and I discovered if we do it this way, we can have this result. They may not even agree with you, but it can see that you carry a sense of ownership. You are thinking about the positive side of the job. Then you can see that in no time you gather influence there. The number three there is be proactive, not reactive. Leaders don't wait for permission to lead; they act with foresight and responsibility. You are saying that there is a likelihood of your student not performing well in a particular exam due to a particular reason, and you are already there blocking this chance, the tragedy. I mean, that makes you a leader. It's not about your position when you sit down there. No, it's all about you saying no, 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 calling the attention of the principal that if we continue this way, this result may be like this. Please, can we quickly block this that is coming? We take responsibility beyond your job, and then you see yourself leading. Another thing that is there is adaptability. Adapt as a leader. So you are in the middle and things are changing in your organization. You are not the one complaining, but you are already flexible enough to change and make things happen. While others are crying that no, we cannot take this, you are looking at how best can I quickly adjust in this particular area to do something differently. Okay, others have been writing lesson plan with hand now, and then they say no, we are using this particular method. Instead of you complaining, you go home and quickly go and learn all the tips and all the necessary things. You are telling them, okay, you are not doing marketing in this particular direction again. We are now going to be doing marketing in this way and that way, and then you are able to adapt easily there. You are a leader and you are leading from the middle. You are leading without a title. See, there is collaboration. Okay, leadership is all about people. Be people centric. Okay, you can't lead without people. You can't influence without relationship with them. So you have a very strong relationship with people. You are not the one that they complain about all the time. When it comes to greeting, you are the problem. When it comes to pride, you are the one. When it comes to being edgy, you are the one. Nobody can even relate with you. How do you want to lead them? So be people centric. Look at it. Okay, how can I support others? How can I help others? I told you of a young man that was there. He won the award consistently, the most supportive staff. And when it was at a time for us to look for a middle manager there, it was the one that was, I mean, no context again. No, nobody was even arguing it. Okay, it was just the one that we gave the role to. Okay, how do you do this? Support your colleagues, build relationship, and be approachable. I mean, you are not the one that's running up and down. They are just looking for you. You are just there. I mean, don't let me describe you in a religious way. All right, the final T there is teach by example. Inspire others through your actions. Okay, leadership is not what you say, it is what people see you do. Okay, don't be the one just talking. I mean, all we know is theory. I mean, I had a 9 month chance of leading in a school, and I had this group of teachers with me. Majority of them, I mean, some people came around, some teachers, let me just say some, I don't say majority now. I mean, could tell you why certain things could not be done. I'll just tell them no. That was then. Can we look at the solution and can we solve something here now? So it is not all about what you are saying. Can we look at something and what you are doing differently? Application of that one. Okay, be the hardest worker in the house. Read my post of Monday, how I worked really hard and I was able to make my way to the top. Act with integrity and demonstrate value you want to see in your workplace. The same value you want to see, demonstrate it. When this nobody was even adopting ICT, I started with my small laptop and I was carrying my lesson plan to a business center to go and print and come back. And when it was time for them to, I mean, years after, like 5 years after, it wasn't difficult. I became one of the facilitators training people on how to use the ICT. So lead and lead well. We have really spent a lot of time this morning. So let's take our words of affirmation quickly. But before we do that, your practical step today, why not think of one problem in your workplace? Okay, one problem in your workplace and think of how you can solve it. Take initiative, okay, or approach your leader about it and say, this is how I think we can solve this one, okay, and then add one or two people that can join you in solving it. Let's see how where that takes you to. And but you're not doing it because you want them to appoint you as a leader with title, but you are doing it because you believe in the betterment of the workplace. Okay, that is why you are doing it. With time, title may come fine, but you know how to lead. Can we take this words of affirmation this morning quickly? I do not lead. Okay, let me take that again. I do not need a title to lead. My actions, my character, and problem solving skills define my leadership. I lead with impact wherever I am. Thank you so much for listening and watching today. We'll see you again tomorrow when we are going to be looking at how to lead in the VUCA D age. You want to know what VUCA D is? Please do your research before we meet again tomorrow. And if you have not done your research, don't worry, I'm going to explain all this to you tomorrow. Catch you. Thank you for being a leader.